ready to increase your courage and improve your confidence. Welcome to Learning in Silence. Learning in silence is the choice we make on a moment-to-moment basis to use every story in our lives as a catalyst for growth. This show is a safe space to come together to exchange positive energy and engage in conversations and storytelling to enlighten us all. And now, here's your host, Juju Divine Empress.
Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome to Learning in Silence with your host, Juju Divine Empress. I hope that your day has been filled with many blessings, hope, peace, and much gratitude. So let's start our day. I'm very nervous, to be honest. This is a beautiful journey that I haven't been embarking, and just bear with me. That's all I can say. Okay, so on today's topic, we're going to be talking about mental health awareness. Um, this is actually dedicated to a very special soul, someone who left us way too early, someone who was dealing with these challenges on a daily basis in her life. And I feel that she deserves the recognition for it. So rest in peace, June Estrada. She was a family friend of my sister, best friend, and we will truly miss you. The family will truly miss you, especially my sister. I know that for sure, which I hope she's doing well with this departure of her. So rest in peace, June. Okay, so let's start. Okay, I'm a little nervous again. I apologize. Okay, so like I said, being that is the month of mental health awareness month, you know, it's not only dedicated to this beautiful friend that has passed away, but I also am dedicating it to myself, my kids, and everybody out there that is dealing with these challenges on a daily basis. I myself have dealt with many depressions, many issues, many labels that society has put on us, which I don't think that that's me. I don't believe that that's everybody. Just because they say you're this, that doesn't mean that you are. But let's go with it. Okay. So I suffer from depression as well. I have had suicidal tendencies as well throughout my life. But there's something that I have learned in this journey is to have the right support by your side, have the right people by your side. And what I mean by this is have somebody that, or the people that support your dreams, support themselves in their dreams, want what's best for you and for themselves as well, and having people that deal with mental issues is not a problem. It's totally fine to have these people next to you. Is My point is that, somebody that is willing to evolve and become better, it's an A plus in my opinion. So that's something that we're going to talk about. I also am so excited because this journey has not been all alone. I have my partner in crime, which I love to call. I'm going to bring a special guest, and she's going to help us talk and even more about this topic and share with us her story and in her journey of what she has dealt with and what she has accomplished in her journey. So let's hit it. Um, to be honest, I embarked in a journey in 2017. It's been a long journey, but it's been worth it. In 2018, I went into a deep, deep depression due to my mother passing away. But again, like I said, with the right support and the right help by your side, you're able to become stronger, become the person that you truly are meant to be. and everybody in this world has a purpose. Everybody in this world matter, and everybody in this world deserves to be here. So, without further ado, let's take a little break. I'm already tearing eye already. Let's take a little break before I bring my guest on. What you think?
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back, my beautiful souls. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so now let me introduce to you a wonderful, wonderful soul. She's an entrepreneur. She's an amazing mother. She's a boss. She's a goddess. She's an amazing writer with empathic abilities. Okay, and she has become somebody so close to me that has changed my life tremendously, positively, tremendously. And I can't be prouder to call myself her best friend. So here we go.
Hi.
Welcome, goddess.
Namaste, everybody. What's going on, Grande?
How are you today?
I am great. I'm doing great. How are you, lovely?
I'm doing
Are you
great.
excited? It's your
I'm
first
excited and
episode.
nervous. I'm excited and nervous. I'm
It's
being honest.
okay. It's okay. We vibing. I know the comments are going wild. Everybody's showing love. Hi, everybody. Oh, hi, Brit. Hi, Rocky. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. Are you guys excited about today's topic? We are talking about mental health awareness. And I know Juju was sharing one of her stories, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
Hi.
Hey, Raquel. Hey, Britt.
Brit.
Hey, Jessica.
Mandy in the building. Watch out now. Right? You don't know what this girl gonna say. Let me stop. It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a good show.
I got it. I got it. I got it. Thank
We
you. Thank you
got
for the
this.
support. Thank you
Positive
for the
vibe.
support. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Yes.
guys. Yes.
Okay,
All
Mandy.
right.
So, you want to say, tell me what have anything about on regards of your journey, on regards of mental health. What can you share with us?
Okay, so I'll start off by introducing myself.
Yes.
For everybody that doesn't know me, my name is Mandee. I am called UglyPrettyChic. That is my brand. I've had it for like 3 years. And I do content creating. I'm a writer. I'm also an intuitive empath. And I am embarking on this journey with Juju, with learning in silence. And, you know, I'll be on and off the show, but I am so honored and blessed to be a part of the movement and bring awareness to all these topics that you have ready for the world. The
Oh,
world ain't ready for you, girl.
no, they already got a whole year full of topics, baby.
But my journey with mental health has been a very long journey. I'm about to be 32. So I wasn't diagnosed with anything until I was actually 30. It was right after pandemic. I suffered a major breakdown and I felt secluded within myself. So I went to seek help. And I didn't really understand what she was saying at first. Like, the regular, oh, I'll be fine. It's okay. Like, I've lived this long with it. Like, but I was diagnosed with personality disorder. And that is actually developed over time with traumatic events that occur in your life. And I want to say that I've experienced a lot of losses and a lot of trauma since about the age of 6 years old, maybe even younger. That I can't remember too much. But now I am healing and I want to teach other people how to heal and that they can overcome PTSD, the personality disorder, all these labels that society puts on, people like us. We are different and it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. It is okay. You don't. Everybody goes on their own journey.
Right.
Differently. Not everybody goes. Not everybody has to copy everybody. Not everybody has to be everybody. And that is something that I would love to bring awareness to that. A lot of people feel that because such and such is doing this, I gotta do it, or because it worked for them, it works for me. No, everybody goes on their own journey
Correct.
differently, and not everything works for everyone, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. So that is
And
wonderful. And
also, what I would like to bring awareness to, a lot of people used to, um, I guess they didn't know how to approach it. How do you approach someone like that? It's kind of scary in a sense because you don't want to feel like you're intruding or like you're making them feel less than or like they don't matter because as a person who suffers from those things, I don't know about you, Juju, but for me, sometimes wording won't help. It's all about how you approach the situation, the person that you're dealing with, and what they're going through. Honestly.
yeah, it is true. But I also want to add to that when somebody does approach you, I really hope that everybody will, just take at least a few minutes. I kind of remember the video that you had shared with me earlier,
Hmm.
and a few days ago, where there was a video of this gentleman. He was seeking for just someone to talk to, and a lot of people, just ignore them. And that's something that not everybody is. The minute that they hear mental awareness or mental health, they want to block. They're like, oh, I don't want to deal with
Right.
that because, oh, that's crazy or that's too much. No, that's not too much. All they need is a 2 minute.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. That's
Right.
all they
Two
need is
minutes.
for you to sit down, stand up, lean on the wall or something, and just listen. That's all they're asking, is just to open your ears and listen, and that's it. You don't have to comment, you don't have to say anything, but just be there, present for that person. And by doing that, you don't know how many lives you could change. You know.
Right. Right. I actually learned that last night in the conversation with Deja. Shout out to Deja. I love you,
Yes,
girl.
teacher. Yes,
I
yes, yes.
actually learned a valuable lesson from her in healing. Sometimes we don't get the closure that we need. We don't get to talk to the person that's done things to us. Sometimes it's us that's done things to ourselves, and we need to take accountability for that and our emotions, because once we can navigate through the emotions, we could also work on the thought process and the healing process that like you have to go through the emotion. You cannot ignore the emotion at all. And if putting a face on someone else to get even the mirror. You could even go to the mirror. I talk to myself in the mirror all the time. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not crazy, okay?
I'm
They
still
say the
learning
best
that. I'm
advice
still
comes from yourself. The difference is you
The
ladies have
difference
the
is you ladies have the strength and the power to use it as a superpower. That is,
and that came with time,
thank
that
you,
came with
Jessica. That means a lot.
patience, that came with education. And
Yes.
I'm not talking about something you pay for. I'm talking about wanting to seek help for yourself. And when you seek help for yourself, that's when you can help others. And even though that sounds cliche and we hear it all the time, but when you're going through the process, you actually learn that, you know. And I even learned that being friends with you, you know what I mean? And our differences, like our stories are totally different. Our worlds are like
Complete.
completely
Yes.
different.
Yes, it is.
But the healing process is what we bonded over,
Yeah.
and how we even realized our traumas and how much they affected us, even when we thought we were over it.
Yes, that's a good one. Yes, because there
You
was some
know,
stuff that I didn't even expect it to come up, and they did, but it helped me heal in a different perspective. You know.
right. I saw the other side, like you had just said. Like, I saw not just what I had in that particular, let's say, situation, but the other person's perspective. I never saw that. And that can play into your mental as well because we do make up scenarios in our heads sometimes, you know? It's just natural
Hey, we're
human
human
nature. We
beings.
assume. We assume, you know, and it's okay.
That's all
But
we are.
the
We're
point
humans.
is
We're
to
humans.
know when too much is too much, you know?
Yes,
That's
last
all.
night with DJ was
It really was.
amazing. Yes, yes. Shout out to DJ. Shout out the chosen one. She's truly a chosen one.
Yes, I stand in the mirror. Amen. Yes, it truly helped me. I needed it. Sometimes you just, again, like you were saying in the beginning, your support team, a support team is key factor. I know a lot of people, especially myself, I'm talking about myself when I say this, when I used to say, I got this, I could do this. It was happening to me, so why can't I get through this? You know, I thought I was strong enough by myself, and I really wasn't. I didn't know how much I was like hurting myself by my environment and who was I surrounding myself with. You know, the energy. Energy plays into a big part of your mental as well.
And just something that you had said something about I can't remember exactly what were the words, but I'm gonna rephrase it where it like self sabotage. We do that a lot.
Ooh,
That is
yes, that was a
something
big
that
one.
every human does that a lot. Depression or not depression, dealing with mental challenges or not, we self sabotage a lot, and sometimes not having that just the right, you're right, your backbone, people where you could just come and just express yourself, and like DJ was saying yesterday, where you could just find that safe space where you could just
Amen.
express yourself and be yourself, and tell somebody they could just sit down and listen, just listen to you, and and with open heart and open ears. But
Amen. That's safe to say it plays all the way into childhood. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we have to teach the kids how to, live life and stuff, but the world changes every day.
yes,
You
it
know,
is.
we have to prepare them for a world that changes every day. And what does that look like? You know, I don't have all the answers. I'm pretty sure you don't.
I
I
don't
know
know it
no
all.
one in the
I thought
audience
I
does.
did, but I don't.
And I'm trying to prepare my children to just be them. Something I wasn't given, something I wasn't taught or maybe taught too late, how to love yourself, how to take pride in yourself and what you do in your craft. Whether that is you're a cop, you're a writer, you're an entrepreneur, you own a bakery shop. It doesn't matter. When you put your passion into something, I promise you your mental health increases at least by 20%.
Yeah, and it's actually funny because right after Jessica's Project Joy today this morning, they were
Ooh,
talking
shout
about
out to
perspective.
Jessica.
Yes. Talking about perspective, and I had this conversation with my oldest on regards of, the different perspectives and just the again, going back to that, having that support that you need. She gave me an example, which I believe I was just telling you right before the show. Where she had gave me an example of a camel. People, if we consider, the humps of a camel as the issues that we have to, not issues, the things that we have to work on to heal.
Right, right, right,
People will have 10 humps all over, but that doesn't mean that all 10 humps you could be able to do it on your own.
right.
There might be a few humps that you can do it on your own by just, learning in silence, protecting yourself, taking care of yourself, self-healing, self-love. You could be able to cure that, but there are those humps that you do need help, not on the sense of looking for validation, but on the sense of you can't do it by yourself, because you need either professional help, or you still need that support in some way or somehow. And I feel that a
Exactly.
lot of people feel like they're a burden. They feel like they don't really matter, and they feel that if I come to you and I tell you my issue is, I'm burdening you, but I'm not good enough to learn on my own or heal on my own, so I'm not doing a good job. That does not mean that you are doing a good job. Just by reaching out for some support, you are doing an amazing job, and beyond proud, in a
And
sense.
that goes to self-love, you know what I mean? Again, into childhood, it's never too early to teach a child something. At the end of the day, self love can be taught from day one. When you're born,
Hey,
you
Jack.
know nothing but love. You know nothing but a touch. You don't see until you're a couple months, you know what I mean? But you know your parents or your guardian's voice, you know their scent. Like you survive off of these little things. And then we're the ones that teach the children how to react and how to act. You know,
Yes.
even a reaction can cause trauma, because I even see it, I'm not a perfect mom. I see it with my own children. I have to be very mindful how I react to their situation and what they're telling me, because that's going to close or open a door for them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't want them to ever feel like, or anybody that comes in my presence, I don't want anybody to ever feel like you don't matter, because you do.
Yes.
Maybe it's not, I don't understand, because a lot of the times it's miscommunication. You know what I mean? Even as far as, and I know you mentioned this earlier and it makes me still, suicide. That's a hard word. That's a hard thing to say. That's a hard, like, people don't want to think about that, because it's like, that's the last result. It may be the last result, but it's reality.
Yes.
You know, people commit suicide. I learned just right before we got on air, every 20 minutes. Do you know what every 20 minutes is? That's insane.
It is.
We have to do better in opening up our mind, educating yourself. Even if there's nothing wrong with you, we all have a little bit of mental issues. We really
Yes.
do.
I
No
believe
one's
that a
singled
lot
out
of big
on that.
percent of people have dealt in
No
some way,
one.
somehow they have dealt with some type of depression, some type of mental problem.
Right. Because there's the three types of depression, right? Like that we
Yes.
learned. And everybody falls under one category. It's all an umbrella.
Yeah, I mean, you suffer from depression by, like, oh, I got fired from a job.
Right,
You go into
right,
a depression until, there's a lot of people that it just only lasts a few days, it lasts a few weeks. There's others that
right.
last
That
a
would
few
be
months.
labeled as a minor common depression. Like that's something that is normal in life, because we all do suffer loss at some point or another. That's just natural to life, and that's the first thing we have to accept is
Then
loss.
there's other people that has gone through deaths, breakups,
Amen.
you
Amen.
know.
I'll just put myself out there. I said from the 6 years old I experienced trauma, right? So 6 years old, I actually experienced my first death. And that was my own mother, and my mom did the best she could, whatever she could. And I just felt I didn't really understand, but all I know is I didn't have a mom anymore. And I didn't have a dad either. So that was very traumatic in its own. And then I had a 1 year old sister at the time. So that was even more traumatic for her to go through and deal with as an adult, especially because we weren't taught how to process or grieve correctly.
Yes, that is true. That is true. And
And
then
then,
I feel like
mhm,
the last one is where, like you're in a situation like me where you have dealt with all these, and on top of that add the suicidal tendencies, where it just keeps on prolonging, and then having your guardians, the ones that are supposed to protect you, not protect you, the ones that are supposed to love you and care for you, a lot of them, um, are the ones who cause these issues, by talking mean to you, by saying things they're not supposed to say, not
amen,
giving you the love that you as a child deserve. And
amen.
that helps prolong it, which is the last one, I believe, right?
Yes,
The
that would be the major.
Yes.
And actually that would be manic. Major is second. So manic is more like towards the suicide side, and that is like what they would call PDD.
Persistent depression disorder. Okay.
Correct. And that is actually prolonged, like if you're suffering for more than a year or so, I want to say 2 or more. And that's when you really can't do your day-to-day things. You really just don't want to get out of bed. You don't even want to shower. You don't want to eat. Nothing makes you happy anymore, no matter how hard you try. No matter what anybody's telling you, it's just your thought process is so blocked from all the trauma, you don't hear anything else but that you're the burden. You're the reason why you don't matter. I don't belong here. Because I'm not going to lie, I resonate as well. I've had these thoughts since I was a child that I did not belong here, and I had to go through a lot of things, and even more than being a mother. It took more than just being a wife, a mom, an entrepreneur. It took me myself to look in the mirror and talk to that child. I had to mother myself. And that's a hard thing to come to terms with because that was a term I've never heard of. Mothering myself. What is that? You know? And I thank God I learned that term and I did my research because God only knows what would have happened if my thoughts would have taken over because it's possible. It's
Yes,
very possible.
it is possible, and that's one of the awareness I want to bring. It's not saying it's not a struggle. It is a struggle. But it's just the dedication and the work you put on it. You could be able to overcome. And I know I'm taken as myself. If I can overcome this, I know a lot of people can overcome this because I was just there last year. I was just there, and this year I have had support that I've never thought in my life that I was gonna have. And look where I'm at now. Look where
You
I'm at
are
with
the
you,
breakthrough
baby.
show. We're learning in silence.
Yup. And it's been a roller coaster journey, but it just continue to keep on, continue on healing, continue to do it. I'm not saying that I'm completely healed because I'm not, but the
And
more
that's the
you
thing.
heal, the
Are
better
we
you will
ever?
be.
Because it's the truth. Let's be honest for a second with ourselves because that's the part of healing, right? Being honest.
Correct.
I'm gonna be honest. We never really heal. Never.
There you go.
I
There you
have
go.
learned that we come even many lifetimes to learn what we didn't learn in another lifetime, you know, if you believe in that sort of thing, but I do. And you could just feel it, the energy, your soul. When you feel like you're tired and it's not yours, you have to find a way to release it. And that's another thing I learned last night. I didn't know how to release all of that because a part of mental health awareness is also anger.
Yes. Yes.
And we only scratch the surface of anger, but anger is actually categorized with a lot of things. some people turn to things like substances and alcohol, and anything can be an addiction. That's the part people don't understand. It's not just that they are addicted to these things. They could be addicted to their phone, the internet, water, food, like buying things. I know I'm addicted to shopping.
Ouch.
Yeah. Don't tell the husband I ordered on Amazon. Because that would be a whole mental breakdown. But we need to bring light to the situation in order for other people to feel comfortable to talk. That's the biggest thing I've learned. I was always a person that kept everything in. And that's where my anger came from being silent. I was angry and silent instead of learning what I needed to, and it came out. And it came out in a lot of ways. It came out in my work. It came out in my everyday. Sometimes I didn't even want to get out of it was hard for me to even want to get up and be happy. And some people may look at you like, how can you not be happy? Like, you're healthy, your children are healthy, you have a great family.
Yeah, you
Like,
got a home, you got this, you got a car, you got this.
right,
That's just
right.
things.
Don't let that material stuff fool you for a
Yes.
second. Please don't.
No,
Please
no,
look beyond
no.
the surface and between the lines when people speak. Just because they tell you, oh, I'm okay. No, 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 you're not okay. Don't ever for a minute question your intuition about someone.
Yes, that's a
Because the
good one.
minute you do that, you deminimize yourself as well. And the moment, I just want to stress this because it just popped in my head. So he must be telling me to say
Hey.
this. Don't judge anybody. I mean, in general,
General,
but
yes.
especially somebody that suffer mentally. You don't know what that person has gone through because you didn't see it with your eyes. You didn't feel it with your body. You're not their soul. You don't know how heavy their soul is to walk around every day and be Juju or be Amanda or be, Divine DNA or Rocky or, Brittany. You don't know what it takes to be another person at all or what it took for them to be at the position that they're at. Judge them by their actions and how they heal and how they treat others, how they treat you. That's what you can judge a person off of, not because they're going through something. That's like the saying, don't kick the dog when it's down or something like that. Like, don't do that because that's only destroying somebody's ego and their love for life to want to even move on in life.
But I also want to add to that where just because you see somebody smiling, because I was the one that always, like, I barely express myself throughout this journey, throughout this year and a half. I've been more expressive than I have ever been. But just because you see somebody smiling and laughing and giggling, and according to, yeah, other perspectives, they're having fun, that doesn't mean that they're not struggling in the inside, that they're not dealing
Definitely,
with so much, like you said, with a heavy heart. So
definitely.
I love that part that you said about not judging everybody, like not judging no one at all, because you don't really know if that smile it's hiding sadness behind.
Exactly. And that closes the door. So that defeats the whole conversation and the purpose and the movement. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that to anyone. And even if you're going through your own moment, when that person's going through a moment, it's okay to say, I love you, but I cannot right now. But if you really do need me, let me help you find another source.
Facts.
You know what I mean? There's other sources. You don't want to do therapy. You don't have a friend. We have sources as well. That we will share at the end of the live, and we really do want to help people, especially me. I will share this story because it's one of the reasons why I am such a mental health, I guess, advocate. Um, I had an uncle, and he was, I want to say 24 when he passed away. So just remember 24. We're talking about a 24-year-old. Remember when you were 24. Okay. I had like two kids by then, three. He had a drug problem that nobody knew about. And I didn't learn that till after his death. So my uncle was suffering in silence and no one spoke about it. He was addicted to drugs and he became addicted to alcohol eventually. So, long story short, I guess he felt like no one could take care of him. He didn't want to take care of himself anymore. He didn't want to go through it anymore. He binged for a whole week straight. And I guess from not sleeping, and the lack of consciousness, I guess people were trying to find him and he dropped his phone and he went to go pick up his phone and he hit a pole. And the poor man didn't even die on impact. He died in the hospital because of a heart attack. So he still had to think for a couple more hours about his life before that. And I can only imagine what that thought process was, especially if you were dealing severely with a mental health issue and no one helped you. It's like all I could think about is them dying alone, and if I could save someone, at least one person, or at least just opening up their ear for a second, 2 minutes, you know, be the positive advocate. Even though you've went through things yourself, it's okay, but it's okay to help someone else too. Because they probably suffering way more than you have. At least you're a little bit conscious enough to know that you're going through something and they are too.
I kind of like this comment before I go into commercial real quick.
Hmm.
Jazz said this. I will always ask someone if they have a mental space to hear me out because you don't know what to dump your problems onto them, not knowing their issues. Learned this from my sister and I kept it in my mind. That's actually something good, but I still feel that even if somebody does have mental issues in a sense, or mental challenges, I don't like saying issues, mental challenges, is
Mental
a
health,
way
yeah.
of that they could resonate. They could resonate with you and they could understand you in a deeper level than maybe somebody that does not have suffer from that. Just
Right.
because somebody hasn't suffered from that doesn't mean that they are the right person to be able to listen to you. Somebody with mental challenges might be able to understand and be like, oh, I'm not the only one who's going through that.
Hmm.
You look this, you look that, and you're going through that. Like, you might even end up becoming a friend with somebody. You
Right.
never know if you find a new friend. Like, just still reach out no matter what. Still reach out to,
Even if it's a hey, are you okay?
yeah.
Or hey, I was thinking about you today. Even if they think you're annoying, who cares? At the end of the day, when they go through that rabbit hole or they go through their own head hole, I like to call it, like, they will remember those people who did reach out and who did genuinely ask them if they were okay. And trust me, you can feel when somebody's being genuine. It's all about the energy.
Yes, it is all about the energy. Okay, let's go to I want to show some support since we're talking about support.
Where is my Brit at?
Let's show some support. Love you, Brit.
Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom press-on Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. And now, back to the show.
Don't forget 10% off if you use the code Juju. Okay? The J's are capital. And I also want to shout out a new friend that I inquired, even though she hasn't said she's my friend. You're still my friend in my in my book. You're still my friend, Deja. Check her out. I don't have
Woo!
her website with me, but check her out, Skin by Deja. And she has some amazing, amazing products, which I have heard wonderful about. And me and Mandee, we're gonna have a blast
Oh my
in her
God, I told
website.
you I have shopping issue. I'm about to go. I'm about to make the account. I'm about to make the soap account. On my skin account.
Oh my gosh, she's crying.
You deserve it,
No.
Brit. You've been a part of this journey too, and I appreciate you. Brittany, I know how,
Jessica,
right?
Brittany, I know her. I know her too. I know her too.
But quickly, do you
Just
guys have any questions?
yes, please. We're open for
Comments?
anything. This is a safe space that I have
Amen.
created with my friend here, so we could just talk, and feel free to reach
Yes,
out.
Rocky. Mine are coming in probably today. I will send you a picture,
Oh
honey.
yes, yes. I will be making a video when mine's
That's the
coming.
baby
Yes,
mama
baby.
hanger.
Hey, I love you,
Pepper, I
baby.
love
We
you.
love you. Um,
Oh, my favorite couple.
yes, the true love couple. That's why, yeah, that's your new name, true love couple.
Hey.
I'm gonna baptize y'all with that. Okay, so is there anything else that you would like to add to the subject, to mental health?
Yes. I want to say, don't be ashamed of your story. Don't be ashamed no matter what it is. I don't care how dark it is. It's your story. Everything you've been through led you to this path, this point, this present time. It means something. Whether you're an intuitive, an empath, a writer, photographer, be the best at everything that your craft is, your gift is. God gave a gift to everyone. Even if it's just a listener, someone to hug you, take it because you do need it. And stop telling yourself you don't. It's okay to love, and it's okay to be hurt, and it's okay to go through the feelings. Go through those feelings. Make yourself cry, honey. Go in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Be your own best friend. No one
Yeah.
want to hear you. You're going to hear you. Build yourself up. Love yourself no matter what. And always, honey, always remember, put love back into your heart, back into your speech, and back into your mind. And watch that healing start.
Well, I have a little speech for my beautiful souls here. I have wrote that I know at times reaching out to someone might be seem too much because you might feel that you won't resonate with you. But let me tell you that a big percentage of people know what depression is, which we had already um, said something about that. And sometimes it just takes a conversation for them to know what you're going through. And some, like myself, will go through a length to help you out in this journey and support you. Just know that you're not alone, and you're definitely, definitely not a burden. I
Oh,
am proud
no.
of our strength and our courage that we all have to continue fighting to heal and become better. And
Mhm.
we have our information here for anyone that would like to reach out to us. Ugly Pretty Chick by Mandee and
Yes,
myself.
please,
Our
please.
emails are down there, and y'all could just reach out to us. Yeah, we whatever is said, it won't happen, won't pass from here if that's what y'all decide.
Yes,
And
we live by loyalty and a code. We live
correct.
by loyalty and
No,
a
that way.
code.
Which hand is it? Like this one
I'll
right
put
here.
both hand to God, both hand to all of us. Listen, you don't feel comfortable talking to your family or your friends, and you want a third party that doesn't even know you from a hole in the wall. We could be that people for you. If you don't want to talk to us, we also have other resources we can find for you. You can call this hotline, and
Yeah.
this hotline will help you. I know it, people be like hotline, but honestly, I've called once or twice myself, so it helps. And don't remember, you're not supposed to be perfect. You're just supposed to be you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
come with
That's the
you,
best.
and we will help you.
Yes, we will. We will. And if we don't know it, we will guide you to the correct establishments of people that will help you. And that is
Mhm.
something that I am willing to do.
We could be your
And I
voice.
believe Mandee will as well. It's something that
Oh,
we both have in common.
I
We
go
want
through
to
doors
help
for
others
people.
as well. And this is something that I didn't had as dealing with all my stuff. I didn't had this information with me at all. I
Right.
didn't had that person that I could be able to call and contact and say something. So you know, it's good to have. It's good to have. It's good to have. So do you want to stay for the exit, or do you I don't know, because I know you have a baby, my love.
Yeah, and she just woke up from a nap. So that's my
Okay.
cue to
Okay.
exit
Okay.
stage
Okay.
left.
Okay. Okay.
But namaste, everybody, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting Juju and myself. You guys can follow me on all my social medias. It's UglyPrettyChic. And do not forget, what is it, fourth Thursday?
Every fourth Thursday of the
For
month.
now.
For now.
And
Yup,
even
you
though you
got it.
won't see me on the screen, I will be in the comments, guys. You can also email me. I am ready and willing and able. I love you guys so much. And remember what I said, okay? Love yourself. Be nice to yourself. I love you guys.
Bye. Okay, that was a little intense. Okay, let's go to a quick break. I'll be right back.
Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom press-on Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. And now, back to the show.
Okay, I still left her information just in case. Okay, so before we leave, I do want to give out a big, big, big shout out to Jessica. Jessica, thank you for believing in me and taking the opportunity for giving me this opportunity in this beautiful journey that I have been embarking in the past maybe 2 months. I'm not really sure. It has passed so fast that I haven't caught time of how long it is, but it's just a beautiful journey. It's just a beautiful journey. And I also would like to give a shout out to my own daughter. She's about to be 23 tomorrow, and a lot of the stuff that I have learned medically or professionally to say has been by her. She is about to graduate in the end of the year, and I'm going to have my own therapist. I keep on saying I gave birth to my own therapist. So I would like to give out a shout out to her. I know that even though we bump heads and we have the little discussions here and there, I am the proudest mother there could be. I am so proud of her accomplishments. I am so proud of everything that she has achieved so far through all these years. So I want to give a big shout out to her, and I want to share Jessica's birthday song. Happy birthday, Ashley Sanchez. I love you, baby. That was for my baby. Oh my God, I am so proud. I am so proud. I am a proud mama. I am a proud mama. Well, before I go, there's a little exit thing that I want to be able. I want for us to take a moment and take a deep breath in and exhale out. And that's when you truly begin the process of learning in silence. And this was your host, Juju Divine Empress.
Thanks for watching Learning in Silence with your host, Juju Divine Empress. We appreciate you being here today. Please visit our network website at www.thebreakthroughshow.com to binge watch all of your favorite Learning in Silence episodes. We'll see you next month, same time, same place, only on the Breakthrough Show Network.